Hey guys, gonna do a quick tutorial for anybody that is just getting into carp fishing. You've probably seen a bit about a hair rig being made up lately now. Basically a lot of people don't know what a hair rig is. It's what they use in the UK. Instead of placing your bait directly on the hook, you place it on a little part that sits at the bottom of the hook, which is basically the hair. So what I'm going to do, I'm hoping that you can actually see this line. I don't think you're really going to be able to, but what I like to use is the Super 100. That's the 10 pound. When you look at the diameter of the 10 pound, that's 0.24 millimeter. Now when you look at other lines, such as the Jarvis Walker Carp, it's 0.3 of a millimeter. So it's 0.06 of a millimeter thinner. When you look at the 8 pound in the Jarvis Walker stuff, it's probably about the same size. So that's why I like the Super 100. Now put this shit back. Alright, simple way of doing a hair rig. Drag your length out however much you want. Okay, I'll just bite that off. And what you do, you make a little loop at the bottom, like a little surgeon's loop. Again, I'm hoping that you can actually see this. Make a little surgeon's loop. And then twist that around and tie it up. You only want a little one because that's what the bait's going to hang on to. This is the part that gives me the shits because it is so fucking fiddly. I might not be able to do this on camera. I've got a bit more room there. It doesn't have to be a strong knot. This is only going to be just enough to hold the bait on there for you. This is used when you're using fishing with boilies, but I'm sure you could use bread and such the same way. There we go, that's through. So then you just pull that tight and you leave that bit of a loop there at the bottom. So again, I'm hoping you can actually see this. I'm looking in the camera at the moment, I can see a bit of reflection there. So you do that. Bite the little tag end off. Now, I normally fish with a size 6 suicide hook, which is these little shits. But a size 4 is just as good. If I can get the mongrel off, which is there. I wouldn't go any bigger than a size 4, in all honesty. Carp are a bit of a fussy fish. If they feel a hook, they'll drop the bait, especially if it's like a bread, and they squash it down because they gum it. And yeah, if they can feel the hook in there, if they feel something sharp in that, they'll spit it back out. Now what you do, once you've done the hair at the bottom, you bring your hook down so that the base of the hook is around about where the knot is. Maybe just, being this is quite a big loop, you probably go just a little bit below, and then just snell it. Half a dozen twists. And then you get back through, and there's your hair rig. Alright, so now your placement of your hook, your bait. I'm just watching this because I have a countdown timer on this stupid camera. These are some homemade boilies that I've done myself. I've got multiple different flavours in the garage, in the freezer. I probably should have defrosted these first. So that's all it is. They're just like your little trout power baits and shit that you get from BCF and wherever else. What do I do with that fucking thing over there? Now what I've done for when I'm using hair rigs, I've actually got a bigger hook and I've straightened it out. In the tackle box I keep in the ute, I've got a better setup for it. But now, as you can see, I've pretty well straightened the hook out, and it's still got the barb on it. You do. Carefully. I'll go that way, it's a bit easier, being that it's frozen. So I don't want to end up with a bastard in my finger. Nice if it was defrosted, but you go through. You can buy on eBay. You can buy the proper pins that they use for this to do these. All right, so now you've got that pushed through. You grab your hair rig at the loop, and you hook that over the barb onto that hook, and then you just pull. That's cracked because it's frozen. You pull the bait down so that it sits right at the bottom of the hook there, and then you just put a little bit of twig or something like that through the top of the hoop here, and obviously that, use that as an effect, will then stop it pulling back through. When you cast that out, the boilie just sits there and the hook will grab it. So they'll grab the boilie, they'll feel nothing in that, they'll swallow that. Fucking, yeah, there it goes. They'll swallow that, and then the hook will get caught in the corner of their mouth. That's your basic hair rig. Again, I don't use any weight with any of my carp fishing. I never use sinkers. I have tried floats, I've had no luck either. I haven't had a lot of luck with boilies and hair rigs, but I have caught fish on them. So there's your basic hair rig. Cheers.